What's up? It's Joey. Today I'm going to be jumping into a video that some girl on the interweb made about girls that are overweight get treated differently than guys that are overweight. So I've watched this video once before and it was like 2 weeks ago, so I kind of forgot what the whole entire content includes, so I'm just going to watch it fresh and just commentate as it goes. But I do remember getting pretty heated because of what this girl was saying. So this should be a pretty interesting reaction video. Now keep in mind, I do not want to make this video to piss anyone off or to piss this girl off, but she's a pretty big YouTuber. She's lost over 100 pounds, and I want to dive deep into her mind and see exactly what she thinks that the world is actually about compared to a guy who used to be over 300 pounds, lost 100 pounds, and now is living a much better life. What do I think of her opinion?
My name is Joey.Saavedra, and I lost over 100 pounds in less than 1 year. Subscribe to my channel for legitimate weight loss advice and tricks.
Alright guys, so this is the girl right here, Crystal Breeze. This was uploaded a year ago, and it's got about 115,000 views on YouTube. So, overweight girls are treated differently than overweight guys. Let's go ahead and see if this is true.
Hey, I'm going to be talking about something that's always really kind of bothered me. It's a big thing that nobody really talks about, and if nobody's going to talk about it, I'm going to talk about it. It's basically how guys are treated way differently than girls are for being overweight.
Alright, so first of all, she has videos on her channel where she's talked about being treated differently because she was overweight. However, this probably is the first video that she's diving into the guy world of being overweight, as if she understands what it's like to be a guy and be overweight. So, as a former guy who was overweight, I am going to see just what she thinks right now.
First of all, no one should ever be treated differently for being overweight. No one should be put down, bullied, or anything like that, or treated any differently for their weight. I really just don't understand it, how there's just like a separate category for like overweight people. That just like pisses me off. It's just the truth that nobody really talks about, how more girls are put down for their weight, and it's looked more down upon in society nowadays for a woman to be overweight. If you see a man that's overweight, that's not the first thing you pick out, is it? No.
Alright, first of all, okay, so her first analysis on this whole situation is blown out of the water because it's her opinion and what she has experienced in her own life. So let me tell you something. Just because of the people that you know, the situations that you've been in, the experiences that you've experienced, and the things that you have seen, does not mean that the rest of the world has done the same exact thing. So when you say something so ignorant, okay, like the first thing that people think when they see an overweight girl is not what the same thing that they think of when they see an overweight guy. First of all, how do you know this? And second of all, how do you know that it's not the first thing people pick out? Because I don't know about you when you were a guy and overweight, but when I was a guy and overweight, that was usually the first thing people picked out. And you can see in my multiple videos that I've made on how people have treated me, long before I've even seen this video, I made commentary talking about how people would always pick little jokes about my weight, and they would always say things about my weight. They wouldn't even refer to me as a person, they would refer to me as a weight. Being 6'4", 315 pounds, I guarantee you, Crystal, I hope you see this because I want to guarantee you something. The first thing people saw was that I was bigger than anybody else they had ever seen. So when I walk into a room and people see me, they don't think, oh, look at that guy, look at that attractive guy, look at that tall guy. No, they're gonna say, look at that huge person, that huge individual, that giant being. He is this and he is this. Okay, so I guarantee you the first thing people thought when I was over 300 pounds was that is a ginormous dude. Now, I was 6'4", so yeah, sure, it could have played in their head, okay, he's just a big person, which could mean this or this, but every single person that I talked to, they would always say big, 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 big. Now, tall people, like how I am now, they don't refer to me as like big, they refer to me as like jacked or shredded or something, right? They don't say big. So I'm still 6'4", but I'm not 300 pounds. So I'm assuming when people said big, they were referring to my weight. Anyway, let's keep going.
Men are less likely, and I've even researched this, I looked this all up, you can look it up too, I didn't want to pull out my phone and just read, but it's shown, like studies have shown that more women are put down for their weight than men are. And I'm not saying like, oh, men should be put down too. No, nobody should be put down.
Studies show that more women who are overweight are put down. You see, I'm not too sure how you could really like analyze that. I don't know, Crystal. I don't know. I mean, maybe you are right. Maybe you're right. Maybe they're put down. I'm not sure what you mean by put down. Yeah.
Put down for their weight. Men or women, everybody should be accepted because all bodies are perfectly fine the way they are, whether you're overweight or not.
Okay, so that is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. This is one of those things that people like to tell you where you should love how you look, which, yes, it is true. You should be comfortable how you are. But if you're overweight and you're fat, and you know you're fat, you know you're overweight, you know you're headed towards diabetes, you know you're headed towards sleep apnea, you know you're headed towards all these different diseases, you are not okay how you are. Don't fool yourself. Love how you are, but fix yourself. Trust me when I say this. I have lived in both worlds, so don't even sit there and say, oh, well, you don't know, blah, blah, blah. I know. Trust me, I know. And Crystal knows, and she knows that she loves her life. She loves herself much more now that she's lost weight, no matter what she tells you. I guarantee that is how she really feels. Anyway, I do agree that people should not be put down. Let's just get that clear.
It doesn't matter. Some things that I notice is like it's more socially acceptable for a bigger guy to be dating a really small girl, when on the other hand it's not common to see a bigger girl dating a smaller guy.
Okay, so a bigger guy dating a smaller girl. Now we're getting into the entire dating game, and this is an entirely different beast that I don't even want to get into right now. The way that women's minds work and the way that men's minds work are completely different, but I don't want to get into that right now, Crystal. It's more socially acceptable to see a bigger guy with a smaller girl. Okay, so I just want to say I've seen plenty of both, and I can't really recall which one I've seen more often because I don't really pay attention to that. But typically, as we all know, you are going to be with someone about as attractive as you are, no matter what society tells you, no matter what they say, like, oh, you know, like looks aren't everything. Well, I'm sorry to tell you, but you're probably going to be with someone that is pretty similar to you, right? Like if you're a 10 or like a 15 out of 10, you're probably not going to be with a 1. That's just how life is. I'm sorry to break it to you, but if this is like your sad realization, then maybe you should start getting on track to becoming a 10. So I don't know why she thinks that this is more socially acceptable, that bigger guys are with smaller girls rather than bigger girls are with smaller guys. But yeah, I can just tell you right now that the male psyche is a lot different when they look at the mating game, like mating in general, like as mates, no matter whether they're human or chimpanzees or dolphins or whatever. The male mind works differently when it comes to mating, and it does differently, and the female mind works differently when it comes to dating as well. Like I said, I don't want to dive too deep into that, but I just want to make sure that we're clear on that not everyone thinks the same when it comes to the mating process. That is a scientific fact.
And I understand that goes by preference. Even me, I have a preference of dating bigger guys. That's just me, and I've talked about it before.
Okay, so she just said that she prefers to date bigger guys, but she presumes to condemn the idea that it's wrong for that to happen, but that's her preference. Okay, well, what if I have a preference of dating attractive females or smaller females? Does that make me in the wrong, or does that just make that my preference?
But it's just you don't see it very often to see a smaller girl dating a bigger guy, because I feel like, honestly, I know that most of the people following me are women. We know that guys, like, I don't understand, they're less willing to date a bigger girl, and it's like,
okay, I know you don't understand this, Crystal, because you are a female, and I'm not saying that in a negative way. I'm just saying that you have the brain of a female, and that's a fact, unless you're lying to us and you're actually a guy. You have the brain of a female. I have the brain of a male, so I don't understand how women see guys, okay? I can't fully understand that. I can start to understand and try to understand, but I will never be able to fully understand that. So don't act like it's so surprising, because guys see females and they mate differently when it comes to the entire mating process. Females look for entirely different traits when it comes to a male, when it comes to a man, okay? So we're looking for two different things. You can't compare them, okay? That's not how this works. Oh, and she just said that, hey guys, I know that most of you are girls. Okay, so obviously, I mean, yeah, I can't blame her. It's YouTube. She's just playing the whole system. She's just trying to, you know, like feed into her female audience. But like putting down guys like that and just, you know, not stepping out of your boundaries, like you do not know what you're stepping into, Crystal. So just keep a lid on it, on the things that you don't actually know.
why? Just because of the way she looks, that just shows what kind of guy you are.
Just because of the way she looks, that just shows you what kind of guy you are. Okay, let me break this down, because naturally women do go off of looks as well, but it's not just a surface level, oh, because he's attractive. No, it goes deeper than that. Why are guys like naturally inclined to like big butts? Because it shows that you have childbearing hips. Now, naturally, when a woman has childbearing hips, it means that that man can procreate and have children with that woman, which naturally makes us like big butts more. So if you can apply this ideology to pretty much every aspect, like why do girls like guys who have like very clear, like chiseled faces, right? Why do girls like guys who are like built and not, like, you know, fat? Because they want that alpha male. Because naturally, subconsciously, they want that guy who can protect them. They want that guy who's an alpha, right? So yes, girls do find guys based off of looks, but it's way deeper than that. And I don't want to dive into that, Crystal, so don't make me dive into that.
I understand that looks matter, but at the same time, it's kind of like, get to know someone, get to know their personality, and it just like it just hits to heart, because I'm still the same person I was 100+ pounds ago that I lost, and it really bothers me when guys from before try to hit me up, and it's like, you only like me because how I look.
Okay, Crystal, let me get something very, very clear right now. You and I are on the same exact page, okay? This might be the only page that we're on together, but yes, I understand. The people that I was hitting up before that weren't even like replying to me, those people are hitting me up now, okay? So I understand. We're in the same exact situation. Don't act like you're the only person in this situation, because you're not. When it comes to getting to know people, okay, don't just generalize guys that do that, right? Like, she's probably friend zoned 15 different guys since she's lost weight who wanted to get to know her, okay? So I don't know that for sure, but just based off of how she is, I guarantee you, nice guys have hit her up to try to get to know her, and she's probably friends on them or turned them down. So I just want to put that out there.
It just shouldn't matter. It just like really bothers me, like society nowadays. It's like in the media, it's like, oh, she gained this much amount of weight, and like she's so big now, and this and that, and that's all they focus on. The media only focuses on looks, and in a sense, I get it, but in a sense, I don't. If you're gonna only be focusing on the way someone looks, then why just women? And I'm not saying, oh, focus on men and like how much they gain or how big they are too. It's just, no.
Why do they focus on women? Okay, well, here's another page we can probably agree on, Crystal. Males and females both think that women are just beautiful creatures. Like, when you look at a woman, no matter if you're a male or a female, I've talked to plenty of girls, and they say the same thing. Like, when they see a hot girl, they know they're hot, and like they just know that they're a hot human. They want to look at them, right? They just want to observe them. That's why the media blows up women, because everybody likes women. Okay, and yes, they do show a lot of ripped guys. Like the fitness industry, I don't know, Crystal, if you're in the fitness industry, but it says that your YouTube is, so you should know this by now. There are plenty of guys out there who are photoshopped, you know, they take steroids, unrealistic bodies, and that makes guys feel just like those girls who don't have like the big fitness bodies, right? Yes, Crystal, they do show lots of guys too, okay? Probably not as much as women, for sure, but that's because everyone likes to see girls. Like, everyone likes to see a beautiful woman, so like it only makes sense. Like, not everybody wants to see, you know, a guy on the front cover, but pretty much everyone can agree that like an attractive woman on the front cover of a magazine like that, they would prefer that than some guy, right? Does that make sense?
I just don't get it. No matter the size, you shouldn't be discriminated by the way you look. And I'm on.
Yeah, no, you shouldn't, Crystal. I totally agree with you on this, that you shouldn't be discriminated by the way you look, and you shouldn't be treated differently. However, that is not how society works. And unless you can change society, which you can't, you have to change yourself to fit in society and just be better in society. So if you can't change how society does things, then you have to change yourself. I'm not saying that you have to conform to society, but you have to play within their rules if you want to, you know, get the same emotion. So, I mean, if you're totally cool with like not losing weight, just having diseases, looking bad, whatever, like more power to you. You don't have to, then you don't worry about, you know, all these attractive people or whatever.
Honestly, just rambling right now, but this subject just really like hits heart, and it really makes me upset whenever I see anyone, it doesn't matter who it is, a guy or a girl being put down for his or her weight. Oh, I better not be around there. It's not okay. I mean, it's like, look at magazines.
All right, first, okay, so I want to touch on this a little bit. She just said that she doesn't like when like guys or girls are put down for their weight. But in all honesty, had I not been bullied, had I not been told I was fat so many times throughout my life, I probably would not have taken the steps because they didn't show me that I was uncomfortable. And I know the same goes for you, Crystal. Had people always been like, you know, nice to you and they never put you down, they never did this, they never said that, then you would never think that you are in a negative state. But because you were put down to that last time, you were like, I am so done with this, I'm gonna change my life. And I guarantee you that Crystal lives a much better life and she's a lot happier that she did that. But now she's saying like people shouldn't be put down. Heck, I don't care. If I see someone that's morbidly obese, I'm gonna tell you straight up, like, bro, you're fat. Like, you are going to die. You're going to die unless you change something. You know, I'm not gonna make fun of you. I'm not gonna like call you out in front of everybody, but I have no problem going up to a fat person and saying, dude, you are fat. There's something wrong with you. Like, do you care about your life? Do you care about your family? Do you care about your friends? Because you're gonna die and you're gonna leave them sad because you made the choice to not do anything about your own life. There's definitely like a gray line right here, but she was definitely motivated by the fact that people were giving her negative, you know, BS because she was overweight. So had she not gotten that pissed off, she probably would still be fat. I'm just saying.
Whenever you see like a magazine or whenever you see an ad or anything like that for weight loss, who's our main target? Women.
So I just created a weight loss advertisement last night. A weight loss advertisement. I am the sole person on this entire advertisement because I'm advertising it. And who did I choose as my target market? Only men. And when it comes to, okay, well, yeah, like they try to target women. Well, that's because I'm a business owner, so I've looked into insights on who buys more weight loss programs. Women do. Women buy more weight loss programs because more women are into weight loss. More women want to lose fat. That's why they advertise to women, Crystal, because more women will buy their product. And if you know anything about business, you're going to want to sell to the person who's going to buy your product.
Because women, because of society nowadays, are more self-conscious by the way they look because everyone makes them self-conscious. If nobody put anyone down for their weight and everyone was socially acceptable, which I know would never happen in this world, think about how much different things would be.
Yes, things would be a lot different. There would be a lot more fat people, a lot more diseases, a lot more obesity. Okay, negativity and positivity are polar opposites. We can agree on that. Everyone loves positivity. Not many people love negativity. However, if there is light, there is dark. There has to be both. And there are positives that come out of the negatives, right? So people getting put down and all this negative connotation about being overweight. Had that not existed, people like me and Crystal wouldn't even have a YouTube channel. We wouldn't even have lost weight. Realize this, Crystal. Realize this.
I feel like instead of putting people down for the way that they look, for being overweight, for not being a stick, we should encourage people to just be healthy. You don't need to be 90 pounds to be healthy. I'm healthy. No, I'm not where I want to be. But that's just my own goals for my own personal self. I'm not where I want to be, and I'm pushing myself, not because of society, but because the way I want to feel.
See, I love that. I love that because I've lost over 100 pounds, but I'm still not done. Like, I love my body how I am, like way more than I did before. But I'm always have a new goal. Always. When I reach a goal, I set a new one. When I reach that goal, I set a new one. So I'm always progressing, and that's what humans should be doing. So I'm glad to hear that she's like that. She's not falling into complacency, and I don't think she's put on any of her weight back on. So she's doing a pretty good job.
I'm perfectly healthy. I'm in the normal range. I don't need to lose any more weight.
Okay, I don't know if you're perfectly healthy because chances are you probably do drugs, you probably drink, you probably smoke nicotine, you probably are not on an absolutely 100% like perfect micro and macro nutritious diet every single day. So perfectly healthy, I wouldn't say that, but a lot healthier now, probably.
To be healthy, I'm perfectly fine the way I am. Do I want to? Yes, but that's my choice. We shouldn't be pushing men or women to change the way they look.
Yes, we should, Crystal. Yes, we should. Do you want your mom, who is 100 pounds overweight, I know you love her. I know you love your mom. But don't you think it makes more sense that because you love her, you want her to be healthier and you want her to lose the weight so that she can live longer and happier?
I feel like I just like went totally off topic, but the moral of the story is that like women are treated so differently than men.
Yes, women are treated differently than men when they're skinny, when they're fat. That's society. They're treated differently than men. Okay, and it sucks. Don't cry about it, because yes, that women get treated negatively and guys get treated negatively, and they're completely like, they're different, but they're the same. Like, they both get treated the same amount negatively, but just in different ways. Okay, Crystal? So just come on now. Come on.
Don't get it. It just really makes me upset. You know what I noticed too? I've never thought they make bigger clothing. Don't get me wrong, they make bigger clothing, but why do we have to single out women and put them in their own little section of being plus size?
Dude, the same thing happens for guys. We have entire stores that are separate just for plus size guys. I think it's like 2XL or something like that. An entire store literally catered for fat guys, okay? So do not act like you are alone in this. Don't play the victim. You're not the victim, okay? You're not the only one who suffered. Nah.
When I was big and I walked into like, because whenever I shopped it would be Forever 21 just because they had a plus size section, I hated going into that section because I felt like people were staring at me that I was in the plus size section, because society puts us down, us women, for being big. Like, why does there have to be a section? Why? Can you just make a bigger size? Like, can you just put it on the same rack as like a small to like an extra large? Like, why can't you do that? You do that for men. You can't do that for women. It just doesn't make sense to me. Women these days in society, we should not be treated differently. The world around us is...
Okay, look, Crystal, yes, that makes sense now. It makes sense that you want to be included. You don't want to feel like you have to go to a different section of the store where everyone's over here and then, you know, there's like no one over here. So when you walk over there, everyone's like, "Ooh, okay, look at that girl." Okay, well, they're probably not coming up to you and calling you fatty, first of all. So everything that you are worried about is in your own head. Probably because of bad past experiences, which I'm sorry to hear that, but we've all been through it. I want to come back to the point. She decided to finally change her life because she was so fed up. Crystal, if you don't want to walk over to that fat girl section, don't be a fat girl. You know that now. Don't be a fat girl, okay? Just like a guy, if you're a fat guy and you have to walk into a different section and you don't like that, what are you gonna change? You're gonna change society, you're gonna change the store, or you're gonna change yourself? It's a lot easier to just change yourself.
Changing everything, more things are being accepted nowadays, so why can't all shapes and sizes be accepted? The same thing with like wearing things out in public. If a bigger girl wears something more exposing out in public, they're like, ew, that's gross. Like, she shouldn't be wearing that. She's too big to wear that, this and that. If a bigger guy goes out in public, like say he goes to swim and he doesn't have a shirt on, his size doesn't matter. What he wears doesn't matter.
What do you mean it doesn't matter? I was never able to take my shirt off in public most of my life, Crystal. So I was affected the same way you were. Don't act, oh, it doesn't matter. No, that's what you think. You think it doesn't matter. But to me, the fat guy, I couldn't even take my shirt off. So it did matter, Crystal. So I'm so done with this girl. I don't understand what's going through her head. She's not thinking things through, and she's just kind of putting guys down. I don't know if she's a feminist and hates guys, but she's putting guys down and she's stepping into a boundary she has no idea about.
If a girl goes out in a two-piece bathing suit and she's really big, people are like, oh, that's gross. Why is she wearing a two-piece? She shouldn't be wearing a two-piece. Like,
I never said that, Crystal. I honestly never did that to bigger girls because I was so focused on myself. I was so focused on being so insecure that I never even thought of that of other people. So why is she playing the, oh, well, it's okay for guys, but when a fat girl, no, Crystal, no, just stop.
Like, we just need to be more body accepting of everyone. Just because a girl who's overweight has accepted her own body, that's a bad thing. But if a guy who's bigger has accepted his body, that's perfectly okay.
Where is she getting this information from? I am bamboozled right now. I don't know where she's getting this information from, but it sounds to me like she's pulling this information from her own opinion.
You don't see it as wrong. And I just believe that all women should empower each other instead of bringing each other down, because in reality...
Okay, yeah, I agree. You women should stick together and empower each other. Just don't get, if you're a feminist, just don't get pissed off when guys get together without women. I'm just saying. If you're gonna organize like a women-only thing, then us guys are, you know, we're already kind of doing our own thing, so whatever.
It's women who bring other women down for their weight. That's kind of like the reality of it.
Then why are you making this video putting guys down? It's not... Okay, so she just said it's women putting other women down. Okay, guys have the same problem. Guys putting other guys down. Guess what? That's really the only people that I was put down by was other guys when I was growing up. So let's see if she has a better point coming up.
Yes, guys make jokes about bigger girls. They bring girls down because of their weight. They won't date bigger girls, but at the same time, women are the ones who bring women down, and it shouldn't be like that. We should encourage each other. What is there? Like, why are we going against each other? Everyone should be together, encouraging each other to be healthy, not putting each other down.
Okay, literally everything that she said can be flipped the other way. So like guys putting other guys down, like that shouldn't happen. Guys should help other guys instead of putting them down. Girls actually also put guys down, you know, in their own kind of like weird, you know, secretive way. But everything that she just said can be flipped vice versa. I want you guys to realize that.
Because of the way that we look, we just want you to be happy. A happy world, a happy life. This is just like rambling so hard right now. I've gone off topic so many times, but that's just me. I really hate that women are treated differently than guys. I hate that
they're not, Crystal, they're not
treated differently in general. Every body is beautiful, no matter the size. If you love your body, if you love yourself, all the power to you. Go ahead, live your life, be happy. I'm here to support you. That's basically it. I'm done ranting for now. Yeah, that's basically it. If you guys want to see more topics like this, actually give me topics in the comments down below. Give me things, even controversial things, I'll talk about them.
Even controversial things, okay. Oh man, this girl, I swear. Alright guys, so I hope you liked this video, and it was definitely a controversial topic that she apparently loves to do because women just love drama like that. And I'm not trying to call out women, but that's just that if you haven't noticed that women enjoy drama more than guys do, or at least most women, I'm not going to call out every woman, but most women love drama more than guys do, and that's exactly what Crystal brought out today, was the drama. I hope you guys loved that video and did not get too offended. Like I said in the beginning of this video, I did not mean to offend anyone. I was just giving my honest opinion, and this girl was very contradicting in a lot of the things that she was saying, but I want to just say something. I do agree, right, that you should love yourself. I do agree that no one should really be put down for being overweight. However, if you are overweight, you need to realize that you should not be overweight. You should love yourself, but you should not be overweight. Because I love myself, I'm not overweight. Before, I was having a hard time trying to love myself, and it was a lot easier once I was able to drop down in weight. So it is not okay if you're overweight. Don't let this girl deceive your mind into trying to, you know, like change your mind and be like, oh, I just have to try and trick myself into thinking like it's okay to be fat. No, it's not okay to be fat. It's really not. And I'm not saying this like in a mean way. I'm just saying, like, I don't want you to die. I want you to have a good life, because I've lived the fat life and I've lived the skinny kind of fit life. And I can tell you right now that the skinny life is much better. I don't know what else to say to that. So I'm just saying this because I love you guys, no matter if you're like a Crystal Breeze fan or not. Like, you should love yourself, but you need to be healthy, okay? That's what I preach on my channel. Anyway, guys, I hope you loved this video. If you did, go ahead and smash that like button and subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed. I want to see you guys back again tomorrow, and I'm still working on that Tinder experiment video, so it's going to be up pretty soon. Stick around. I love you guys. Peace.